Yo, what's going on, Panther Nation? What's going on? What's up, the Nation? Yes, your boy is late, man. I didn't have a impactful day, fun day, just leaving the Big 12 Pro Day, man. Had a great time out there. We will have more content dropping on Twitter side. We also have interviews dropping on tomorrow as well, man. This is going to be an energy live. Like I told Quan on the way, man. I was on the way back home, feeling the vibes, just enjoy the people I was able to meet up with, players I was able to talk to. So energy is going to be up all afternoon, all night, man. March Madness is here. Couple of upsets that we did see when we were at Ford Center, but we are here to talk about the NFC South free agency as a whole. So let me go ahead and bring on my co-host, my brother, no other than Uncle Quan, the Panthers Experience. What's up, fam?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Like my boy Doug said, the energy is high, man. Look, I'm just thankful to be up here with my boy again. Just blessed to be alive, man. Thankful for life. And hey, speaking of life, Doug, you want to go ahead and break the news to him, man?
No, it ain't my news. It's your news. Go ahead. Go ahead, fam.
Look. We about to have us a little Uncle Quan in the building very soon, chat. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Due October 13th, man. I am super excited, man. Most of you do know the news already. A lot of you don't, man. But look, man, it's up from here. A lot of you have been wondering, like, where Quan been, man? Why Quan been kind of ducked off? There you go, man. Your boy just had to really get into dad mode, man. Really get my life together and get prepared for this experience, man. And I'm still doing that, man. Getting prepared for that experience, man. But it does feel good to be back up here with my boy, man, per usual. And we're going to get this thing popping tonight, man. Y'all come up here with the energy. Make sure you subscribe, man. Hey, y'all might get a chance to get a membership tonight. If you don't have a membership, don't worry, man. I'm going to drop a ball later on the live. I want to give everybody a chance to pull up. And I'm going to go ahead and give a couple of memberships, man. So y'all make sure y'all pull up on your boy. Hit that like button, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, man. It's up tonight. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. It's been energy, man. I've been up since 9, covering the Big 12. I'll say we got a couple running backs, a couple wide receivers, and a couple corners that were able to talk to your boy Doug today, man. So we have had, it's just been up, man. When I say up, energy's been up. Got to see my boy Taj Brooks. I told Quan we finally got wall art that's about to be put up on the wall, man. So I got to be able to see him. We chopped it up. Then shout out to another Panther content creator, FPFO. Got the notification that we got their merch in the mail. It was in the mailbox. So we will be wearing this next Thursday or our next Blitz Talk. So shout out to them boys over there for the merch, man. So again, this is a live that you guys gonna see energy be like, Doug is on a different energy level. Like I said, Quan and I've been telling y'all 2025, we up, man. I already see, yes, I put our GM, the main man, right behind us as well. Mr. Dan Morgan as well behind us. Also got some more autograph art that's coming as well. But I'm beyond thankful for the night life 2025. Again, the news of Quan finally let everybody know that, him and my sister are expected, man. So let's go ahead and keep the eyes keep going, man. So if you guys see the thumbnail, whoa, I got some other things too. Let's go ahead and where is it? Go ahead and give our members a shout out. Thank you to all the members that are members at What's Up, Doug. We will be having a members giveaway on the 23rd, which is Sunday. If you're not a member, you might want to grab that membership badge because we will be doing a members only giveaway on Sunday. So what else? Shout out to our sponsor. We go ahead and get into it. Shout out to our sponsor here at What's Up, Doug, which is no other than SeatGeek. You guys already know. If you are a first-time user at SeatGeek, you will get $20 off your first ticket purchase with SeatGeek. Again, shout out to SeatGeek, our sponsor over here at What's Up, Doug. Again, for first-time users, you do get $25 off your total ticket purchase. Other than that, how are you feeling tonight, fam, before we get into these slides and talking about the NFC South free agency recap?
Hey, like I said, man, I'm just blessed to be up here, man. Like, I don't know, my whole perspective of life right now, bro. I'm just thankful for everything, man. Just thankful to be breathing air. Thankful for everything just around me, man. Thankful for my woman. Thankful for my kid that's on the way, man. So I'm just thankful, bro. I'm just feeling good, man. The energy, like you said, is high, man. It's high energy. Even though today at work, man, it was a little rough. It was not enough to bring me down, man. I'm still up, man. I'm feeling good.
Facts.
Yes,
So,
sir.
as the thumbnail has it here, who won free agency? We didn't put the Falcons up there, but we are going to talk about all four teams in the division, starting with our team, going down the list, talking about their extensions, re-signings, and bringing in fresh blood into their organization. We got Chris Godwin, as we know, Bobby Brown, and then we got Justin Reed over there in New Orleans. So, right now, Quan, who would you say would be your winner right now for the NFC South, bringing in the free agency before the draft? Who would you have be your winner right now in the division?
That not including us.
I mean, you can say us. I mean, if you say us, I can't be mad.
I think we got it, man. Because for one, we brought back. We actually doing the right thing by signing our players. For the longest, we have literally been letting people walk. We've been like just letting people slide for nothing, man. And they actually being proactive about signing our own players, man. At least the productive ones. You know what I'm saying? We signed J.C. Horn. We signed Adam Thielen. We signed a couple other guys, man, that were very key players that we need to keep on this team in order for us to move forward, man. And we also got a couple of new signings, man. We got the safety from Las Vegas.
Raiders. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got some interior, man. So like, look, it's up, man. Well, I think we did a hell of a job so far. I don't think we're done. Obviously, we got the draft coming up and the free agency is not done. So I think right now we are up in the division. And that's not even me being biased. This is me looking at it from a football perspective. I think we had more of a productive offseason so far than Falcons, Bucks, and the Saints.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it then. Y'all already know the slide king. I already got the slide deck up. Let's go ahead. Which team won the free agency NFC South? Winners and losers. Breakdown, we will have Carolina first, Tampa second, Falcons third, Saints fourth, and then we will give our rankings on the post-free agency rankings from 1 to 4. So first up, we do have our Carolina Panthers. We highlighted J.C. Horn, Bobby Brown III, and Travion Moore out of the Las Vegas Raiders. With re-signings, we were able to bring back a veteran quarterback in Andy Dalton, who means a lot to Bryce Young's success. Then you have Tommy Tremble, a reliable who can have that consistency with Bryce Young and also JT Sanders. Cade Mays, Austin Corbett, and Brady Christensen were very key of having depth. One thing that Carolina has had an issue with all throughout every position is having depth on the offensive line, and extended my guy, J.C. Horn, which was perfect to the contract, which technically he was the highest paid corner, but now that has been taken by Stingley out of Houston. Free agents, we beat up the defensive line, got Patrick Jones the second, Travion Ward, Bobby Brown, Mike Jack is back to be that tag team partner in the DB room with J.C. Horn, Travion Moore, Rico Dow, which was a shocking signing, and we also got a new punter with Hecker going elsewhere. So, Quan, how are you feeling with those acquisitions so far with the Panthers? And yes, we got our first super chat. My uncle, I call him Uncle Red Storm. Like, I appreciate it. He already said it's gonna be painful tonight. I'm gonna go to that first comment first. Yo, sorry I'm late, nephew and Uncle Quan. I had the feeling tonight is gonna be very painful, but appreciate that super chat. I got to keep it 100. The Panthers winning free agency thus far, so definitely appreciate that super chat.
Yes, sir. Big love to Red Swarm, man. Shout out to Red Swarm for that super chat, man. Hey, at least you keeping it a buck. You keeping it a buck. You able to admit, like, look, the Panthers, y'all got it right now. Y'all got it. But hey, man, shout out to you. I don't even want to say this, man, but shout out to your Falcons only because I got respect for you, man. But hey, it's always gonna be beef with the Falcons, always. But as far as these acquisitions, man, I would say hell of a productive offseason. Again, like I said earlier, man, us signing these, like the safety at I call him Tremo, right? Tremo, him coming from Las Vegas. I think he's a pivotal piece to this defense, especially when me and Doug talked about it all last year, man. JC Mike Jackson, they didn't have help behind them, man. It was a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure if you follow me, y'all saw me live commentating the game, especially the last game, where there was a lot of blown coverages, and it was literally because the safety in the corners were just not on the same page. We got us a gem. I think we really got us a gem in Trey Moe, man. He's going to be one of those guys that can bring coverage, and he can come down in the box and tackle. I really like that, man, that acquisition. Also getting Rico Dotto, like, I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. I'm dugging it up right now. But Rico Dotto, man. Look, that is a pivotal signing, man, especially with us letting go of Miles Sanders, which we, all Panthers fans, we wasn't really hurt by, man. I mean, Miles Sanders was just not productive in his time here in Carolina. Wishing him the best, man, but it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day, man. Obviously, our rookie running back as of last year is out with the ACL once again, man. Wishing him blessings and peace on his healing. But we down to one running back with Chuba Hubbard, so we had to sign a running back, and I don't think they're done. I think they're going to go in the draft and go ahead and get a running back, man. And we're going to talk about that later in the show. But us signing Rico, that was huge, man. If you watched any Cowboy ball last year, you saw how productive he was with that team. Even though they're sorry, Dotto was one of those few spotlights on that team, man. And I think that's a pivotal signing to help Chuba Hubbard out, especially take the load off of him moving forward, man. Like, you're going to have to pay attention to two different backs coming into that backfield, man. I think it's going to cause hell for that defense, whoever we play against.
Yeah, I mean, overall, again, and I made this comment before, when we did not get Milton Williams, I think everybody just hit the panic button. It was like panic. Not understanding that we have more holes on this team other than just one player. Yes, Milton Williams would have fixed a lot of our issues, but we still needed a safety. We still needed to re-sign another corner, and we still needed to bring back the depth on the offensive line. So bringing up the graphic again, if you were able to do everything that you were able to do, bring back your backup QB, bring back Tommy Tremble, then bring back three key cogs of the offensive line that are important if somebody goes down, which we saw when we did have injuries. We didn't skip a beat with our depth pieces. Then you didn't have to go into a bidding war with J.C. Horn possibly asking for a bigger contract. Went ahead and took care of it, knowing that the market is going to be outrageous. Then you bring in a Patrick Jones. Go ahead, Quan.
My fault. I ain't mean to cut you off. I do want to talk about that JC signing, man. Behind the scenes, man, me and Doug, we fell out a little bit over this JC Horn signing, man. At first, I was just like, damn, he got the bag, but Doug broke it down to me. He was like, I mean, this is actually us getting ahead of the market because it's about to reset with these DBs. And Doug was right, man. We went ahead and paid JC Horn, and I'm glad we went ahead and paid him, man, because now these DBs really about to get the bag, and I think we got the cheapest deal right now on the market, man. So shout out to Dan Morgan, man, for getting our guy JC Horn paid.
Go ahead and play the song. Uncle Quan just gave away 10 membership.
With the hot plate.
Yes, sir.
Cooking up.
Hey, shout out to all the new members that we got at the Dougie Effect. If you are a member, definitely drop a thank you or a muscle, whatever, to Uncle Quan, letting him know thank you for giving you guys that membership so you can be included on that members giveaway on Sunday, man.
Yes, sir.
But real quick, let me go back to the point of the additions. When you look at it, I call it a 3-for-1 special. I haven't heard anybody else talk about the 3-for-1 special, meaning you got Patrick Jones, Travion Ward, and Bobby Brown III compared to just getting one Milton Williams. I understand the reason why I also wanted Milton Williams, what he showed during the Super Bowl. So, again, when you look at it, it's more of you have different players for different scenarios. Let's just say Milton Williams went down if he signed with Carolina. What's the one issue that we have? No depth. So then you're looking at possibly having LeBron Ray and Sha Tuttle step right back up in that starting role, which you don't want him to do. Or he's a rotational piece. So now one thing that we had on the offensive side of the ball in Carolina is now a strength as well. We have to see it be played in 2025. But right now, I will say that is a strength on the defense that you have depth pieces on your front four and then your front line where you don't have to go get somebody off the street. So I am appreciative that Dan Morgan still stayed aggressive, even though it wasn't the players that people thought we needed to add. We were able to bring in players and still be aggressive in free agency to go get the safety that we wanted to go get.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, I will give Carolina overall, I would give it a solid B minus. Reason why I still think a B minus because we still need to address getting another wide receiver. We did not put David Moore up here. The size already done. He did re-sign with Carolina, and I still think we need another safety. We only have two safeties in that room, Damani Richardson and Travion Moore. We need another safety because then that makes me think you're going to double down in the draft for two safety. That's four, rather than go ahead bringing in a veteran, even with the second wave of free agency starting now, where we can have a safety and then go get one, and then also bring in some via undrafted free agency like we did with Damani Richardson. Because, again, he was not drafted. So that shout out to Dan Morgan and that scout team finding him as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, see, I would give it a solid B for that same reason, but I also would like for us to go after a center too, just for more depth. You know what I'm saying? That the center position I feel like has been something that has not been addressed in the last couple of years now. So we need to go get another center, man. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset with us going to the draft, but it is what it is, man. I think for that reason, we need a center, we need a couple more safeties, and we do need another wide receiver. Somebody that can really like take the top off.
So what's the grade that you give it, Quan? My apologies.
Solid B, just a straight flat B.
Okay. No B plus, no B minus.
Yeah, just flat ass B.
Okay. All right. So next up, we are going to talk about the reigning divisional champs that have been the champs for years. And there's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the subtitle underneath their slide is, will the Bucs win the NFC South again? They were able to bring back Kyle Trask, Chris Godwin, which is big, which I want to focus on again because Chris Godwin staying with the Bucs is another reason why we didn't get Milton Williams, because the Pats thought that he was going to leave, but he stayed back to take lesser money to stay with the Buccaneers. Then you guys, is that Ben Brunson, the guard, and you got Anthony Nelson, DN, who we know quite well here at Carolina, Greg Gaines, and Levante David, their captain resigned. And that's one thing that's important with, I think, you bring back your captain and you bring back partner with Mike Evans. That's very important because, again, if Chris Godwin would have left, I think they would have had a void at wide receiver, regardless of his injury history. We know whenever he's healthy, we know what Chris Godwin has done to Carolina plenty of times outside of Mike Evans. He's reliable, and he's always going to be there, even if Mike Evans is double-teamed. Then you bring back Levante David. Again, their captain. What's one thing that we've lost right now is our captain is Shaq Thompson. So is that going to be a problem? No, but you have leaders that need to step up on our defensive side where the Bucs don't have to worry about that because they were able to re-sign them. Then you look at the free agents, which is kind of interesting, where nobody's really talking about them adding another wide receiver in Sterling Shepard, which is a receiver that does not need to be that number one guy. Bringing in Hassan Reddick, who left Carolina, bringing him back into the NFC South. Then you got Anthony Walker Jr., linebacker, Kendall Valor, the corner that they signed, and Riley Dixon, another punter, welcome into the NFC South. So with those signings, Quan, who really stands out for you, and what does it mean? I'll just put a name out there. What does it mean to you that Hassan Reddick is now a divisional foe going along with Villa and Nelson in that defensive line?
Honestly, Doug, I'm not scared of Hassan Reddick no more. Like, I think he washed. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think he washed. It's a reason he being passed around right now. I mean, it is what it is. So them signing Hassan Reddick, he probably just gonna be another depth piece, man. And I mean, that's not even me being like a biased Panthers fan. That's just me being straight up. I do not believe in Hassan Reddick. Same with Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard ain't nobody. It's a reason the Giants ain't want him. It's a reason Bucks, not Bucks. Yeah, it's a reason he's just kind of falling under the radar, man. Nobody care about no Sterling Shepard. He's not a threat to anybody. So yeah, man. Honestly, the best signing with the Bucks, or like Red called them, the Yucks, is really them bringing back their captain David, like you said, man. David, I can't hold you. That man is a monster. He's a monster.
Correct.
He's a really good linebacker, somebody that can play sideline to sideline. He's fast. Always been fast. Even at this point in his career, he is super fast at getting to the ball. And so I think that was huge for them. Obviously, Chris Godwin is one of the top receivers in this league. When he is healthy, him and Mike Evans, they have a hell of a duo going on, and they are hard to stop when they are both healthy, man. So that was huge for them to bring him back. Also, their offensive guard, man, that was huge for them to bring them back as well, because their offensive line has been very, very solid as a unit in the last couple of years, man, protecting Baker Mayfield.
So we have the pleasure of having the cap guy, and he's going to get me every time I call him the cap guy. But you guys know him as the Carolina's armchair GM. No one other than Mr. CJ joining us tonight. What's going on, CJ?
Look at look how he came on the scene.
Look, do you want me to do it again? Mr. Cap Guy, how are you doing tonight, man?
Oh, okay, here we go. What's up, Quan? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Good to see you up in here, man.
Douglas.
How are you doing, sir? Thank you, Makari, armchair cap specialist. Thank you.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, you know what? I got a new slogan, okay? And I'm going to start saying it when I go live. It's going to be all hail the chair, okay?
I love that.
I
love that. I love
that. Shout out to Aries Claire for she brought that up, and I was like, you know what? I got to use that.
Hey, hold on real quick, CJ. Low, appreciate you, Low. If you want to pull up, definitely let me know, man. I've been wanting to get you on the channel. If you want the link, I don't have no problem dropping the link for you. If you want to come up, and anybody wants to come up, talk about their respective team, and I know somebody out their team on the platform to talk about his team. But Low, if you want me to drop the link, man, I definitely want to have you on the channel, man. So just let me know. So CJ, how you feeling about the Panthers? And now we're on Tampa Bay, or the Buccaneers, I think they were called. So how are you feeling so far about the Panthers offseason, but also what Tampa Bay's been able to do, but them still holding the crown?
Oh, first off, we'll be getting to that, Doug. Makari said I'm not even in an armchair. Hey, my chair got arms on it. What are you talking about? But that ain't even it. But okay. The Buccaneers, you know, as they've been called in the chat, I've been called them that for years. That's great. But you know, I think it was big that they kept Chris Godwin, and I was listening, like you said, that was probably one of the reasons why we didn't get Milton Williams, because they were able to give the Patriots, they had to give him some more money because Chris Godwin went back to Tampa Bay. You know, that wide receiver duo, him and Mike Evans, is gonna be a good one. And yeah, can you bring that slide back up real quick? Because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been paying too much attention to who the Bucks got, because I know they brought a Godwin back. Let me see. Hassan Reddick. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with Quan. Hassan Reddick is Hassan Reddick. You know, it's what it is with him. I don't expect him to show up now and you know and get out here with 15, 16 sacks and you know, take over the defense or whatever. Let me see. Sterling Shepard, Anthony Walker Jr. I don't even know who, the punter, cornerback. Yeah, their biggest things, they brought back Chris Godwin and Levante David.
I mean, when you look at it, but that's key though, because again, I would say if Chris Godwin was not re-signed, that's a big hole. Because again, I would say it's a big hole because what he brings to that team, but Mike Evans is still Mike Evans, if that makes sense. So again,
yeah.
Okay, so let me pose this question to you gentlemen. Who's more important to the Bucks, Levante David or Chris Godwin?
Ooh. David, I would say David, man. David is a key piece to that defense. Like key. That's not to take away from Chris Godwin, though. I mean, Chris Godwin is nice, but even without Chris Godwin, they still got Mike Evans. Mike Evans can still take over a game easily. And Chris Godwin has been hurt a lot over the years. I mean, and they've shown that they've been solid enough to keep a solid team around them. So I would say David. David is definitely the more important piece, man. He's the veteran on that defense. He's the captain. And I mean, like I said, he's still playing healthy. He's still playing sideline to sideline. I mean, he's a problem on defense.
All right, hold on.
What's up? Joe with the hot plate. What's up? Joe with the hot plate. What you cooking up? Hey, what you cooking up? Hey, what you cooking up? Hey, what you cooking up? What's up, Doug? With the hot plate. What's up? Joe with the hot plate.
So you already know what that means. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, that means that you just got a membership. My Uncle Quan has dropped another 5 ball on the chat for memberships. Again, man, my co-host, my brother, is giving you guys. He already told y'all he dropping memberships for you guys tonight. So if you guys want those memberships, definitely shout out to Quan and tell me you appreciate it. My bad, CJ. Go ahead. I didn't tell you I had to drop that. Yo, 1, 2.
You good? Yeah, it's all good. I ain't never mad when you tell the people you eating chickens and I'm sorry, gizzards and pig feet. You know,
no, I don't eat that swine. We don't eat swine over here. No swine.
So you know you be eating. So you know you be eating the chickens. Nah, but I'm gonna have to agree with Quan right now with David because that defense is not what it once was. The offense can still operate without Godwin, as we saw for a part of last year. That defense without Levante David is a whole different story. So I got to agree with Quan on that one. Yeah, David would be the more impactful re-signing right now.
Okay. So, we gave the Panthers a B. I think Quan and I both agreed. I just gave him a B minus. Quan gave him a solid B. CJ, we'll start with you. What grade would you give the Panthers? And then you'll start off. What grade would you give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I'm going to give the Panthers, and I think I said this the other night, a B minus. I'm giving a B minus for right now.
Okay.
I'm giving B minus. And the Buccaneers, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably have to give them, David and Godwin were 2 good signings. They brought them back, but even Hassan Reddick overall, I'm gonna have to give him a C.
I agree. That was that because they didn't do anything. A C is still passing, but it wasn't nothing.
It's still passing, yeah.
No, it wasn't nothing extraordinary that they did, but they brought back 2 pieces that they needed.
But do those two pieces elevate that entire free agency class to another grade level? I don't think so.
No, and I would say this: the thing that I think is kind of interesting that both of you gentlemen said, I still think Hassan Reddick has something in the tank. Hassan Reddick just didn't play because he wanted more money in New York. Again, anybody that can have a person take on a double team and what's his name? Villa, and then you can have 1-on-1 with the tackle. We got to think about that. And he has Nelson on the other end. So more than likely, Hassan Reddick's going to have 1-on-1 with most of these left tackles or right tackles, depends on whichever way they line him up, where he should be able to be productive. And look at him when he did play with somebody that was productive in Carolina. He had double-digit sacks. So again, like I said, for me, I still give it a C, but I really think we need to kind of start to put some respect on Hassan Reddick being on that defensive line. That's where I'm getting at with that.
I put some.
Go ahead.
I put some respect on it. Yeah, there you go, Quan. Exactly. I put some respect on it when they come to when we play him, and he does something against us. Then I'll put some, as Baby said, some respect. Not respect, but respect.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the Bucks a C+. I'm gonna give them a C+. For the same reasons, right? I mean, bringing back David was pivotal for them. And I mean, Chris Godwin, I remember for a little bit of time, a lot of people was on Twitter advocating for Chris Godwin. So it was a chance that people was going to try to shop for him, and bringing that guy back was huge for them, man. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a C+, man. C+. I mean, obviously them signing a little bit extra. Hassan Reddick, again, he might be decent for them, but he's to me like a more 6-7 sack kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's pretty much at that point in his career where he's not going to be like an impact player. But Doug, you do bring up a good point with him playing beside Vita Vea. It's going to help him out with matchups, but he's going to have to prove it, man. He's going to have to show up. He's going to have to show up and actually execute on that opportunity.
All right. And then we did drop the link because I'm going to talk about another team. So if you do want to come up, definitely hit the link to the StreamYard. And when you come up, we'll ask you about the previous teams we talked about and also who we're currently talking about. So next up, we do have the Atlanta Falcons.
Boo.
Did they do enough with only 5 draft picks in April? Meaning we know Atlanta has the least amount of draft capital in the South. We know they have a problem just like us. They need to address defense. To me personally, I don't think the Atlanta Falcons addressed their defensive needs as much as Carolina did. And loosened Garrett or Jared as their nose tackle or their middle of the pack D tackle. I think that was a big miss. But they did draft for one in this past draft out of the young man. But let's go ahead and talk about what they were able to bring up was Shajay Hodges, the wide receiver. Then you got Storm Norton, Mike Hodges, another corner. And I did say Hodges was a corner. He's a wide receiver. Jack Matthews, and I did not know this. Jack Matthews was I don't know if he was re-signed or his contract ended and they brought him back, because that kind of blew my mind that they allowed a staple on the offensive line to almost hit free agency. And then they brought in a lone snapper. They re-signed a lone snapper. Free agents, they brought, I will say this, what Quan calls clowning, old man Leonard Floyd. Then they brought in Morgan Fox and Devon DeLimbo, linebacker. So, fellas, with those signings, and again, do you gentlemen think the Atlanta Falcons did enough with only 5 draft picks coming in April?
5.
And I got to get you. Who the hell is Jack Matthews?
Who are any of these guys, man?
Jake.
Who?
Jake, my bad. Jake, my bad. You keep seeing me mess with my eye. My bad. It's really something in my eye, but I'll mess the name up. But my bad.
I do too, man. It's all good. I had to get you though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do y'all want to go first, or y'all want me to bring up the spokesman?
You're gonna have to bring them up because I don't know nothing about any of these guys.
What's going on, Uncle Red? You already know I had to mess with you.
Lord,
what's going on, man?
What up? I had to wait.
Here, my brother.
Yes, sir, brother Quan. I had to wait to the proper moment to tap in. And CJ, I said the same thing. Who the hell is Jack Matthews?
Man.
You talking about Jake Matthews, only the second best offensive tackle in our division?
That's why I said the staple. You heard me say the staple of your offensive line.
I give it to Tristan Wirfs. Tampa Bay got the best tackle in our division. But Jake Matthews, he was under contract. They extended him to create $11 million in cap space. Really thought they was going to do that with Grady Jarrett as well. They tried to offer Grady a deal so that he could be a lifer. But hey, Grady went and got that bag. You know what I'm saying? We paid him handsomely. 3 years ago, he had 2 years remaining on his contract, which was problematic because Grady's play has really fallen off the last 2 years. Now, last year was his year back after he tore his ACL. So, I was looking at his age You know what I'm saying? And the wear and tear, that the beating that defensive tackles, well, anybody in the trenches, offenses or defensively, takes. You know, my heart was in it for Grady, but straight up, the smart move was to either post June 1st, designate him and cut him, or let him walk. So, you know, they let him go get another deal. We'll see what compensation we get back for him next year in a comp pick. Same with our center, who we weren't going to be able to outbid the Chicago Bears. That's just the price you pay for having good talent, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man.
Hey, Red,
I'm not yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but y'all couldn't outbid a toddler for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now, could you?
well, as you know, the cap.
That's crazy.
The cap is a funny thing. So I'll answer your question directly. I get where you're coming from. There was money to be to be gotten. You know what I'm saying? They talked leading up to the offseason. To answer your question directly, no. we was over the cap.
Oh, damn, okay.
We was over the cap. Yeah, we was over the cap. We was over the cap coming in. And even to this point, I'm surprised that they haven't made some obvious moves, like going ahead and signing Drake London. You know what I'm saying? And I was told that they could create about $17 million by just giving him a deal right now. I don't think they're going to do it with Kyle Pitts. They're going to let Kyle Pitts play out his fifth-year option and run the risk of just either losing him or trying to sign him back, you know. But this is what I wanted to say, though, fellas. Just kind of listening to y'all, I was trying to put in the chat. I don't know if I got a chance to put it all the way in there, man. But I did. I gave y'all a solid B. Okay. Starting off, I said earlier that I think to this point, because free agency is about more than day one, to this point, y'all are winning for the division free agency. Now, when I look at free agency, partly what I look at is not just the big names that you sign and how much you sign them for, because if that were the question, then it would be no competition that New England would hands down win free agency because they had the most money available to spend. But when I look at free agency, I think you have to attack free agency and the draft and your team building very strategically. So this is how I go about it. I say, what are your needs going into free agency? And I think you prioritize your needs based on the available cap space that you have. Now, CJ raised an interesting point earlier, and I'm going to be quick because I don't want to bore the people with this shit. But he said that y'all, you would have had a better stab at Milton Williams had, the Patriots burned up some of that $20 million cap space they had on Chris Godwin. I say that if they wanted Chris Godwin and Milton Williams, they could have had them both with that massive amount of money that they have. But you got to ask the question, why do they have so much cap space? Because they ain't got no players on their team that's worth a quarter.
Damn, true.
Yeah.
True.
Because they wouldn't have that cap space if they had anybody under contract that was worth anything.
Yeah.
That is facts, though. Like, when I think about the Patriots, who are the impact players?
They don't have any. They all have
zero.
Look at it like this. Belichick's gone. I honestly believe they use Mayo as a bridge / scapegoat, whatever you want to call them, fall guy, whatever.
Yeah,
and they was waiting on Vrabel to get out of his contract so he could come back. That's just my thought and opinion on this.
CJ, I agree with you 1,000%.
Correct.
They was banking on being right back at the top of the draft this year. And that guy, now if he would have blown them away and did something like what Dan Quinn and them did in Washington, yeah, of course they wouldn't have fired him. But I think Kraft was banking on this dude. He gonna crap out, and I'm gonna fire him after 1 year. Nobody can say I didn't give him a shot. He gave him a shot.
Crazy work.
Crazy work, nephew.
I mean,
Hey, Quan,
Yeah.
that was nasty, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he ain't
that
have
was
nobody
nasty.
on that roster.
Like Pierce with the Raiders, they did him the same way too.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So look,
And
I'm
they out of
gonna
there.
ask Red this so we can hear for our own ears, and I'm gonna pose the question to you.
Yeah.
Did you guys do enough with only 5 draft picks next month?
No. And the reason why I say that is that I've heard reports and I still believe it, and I'm gonna still continue to say that that's why you haven't seen a restructure of Chris Lindstrom's contract or AJ Terrell.
Okay.
Because there is potentially $32 million available with the restructuring of those two players. $16 million each on their contracts.
And DB market going up, man.
Oh,
Correct.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's crazy. So
Yeah.
what I think they've been doing this entire time is trying to stay in the market for Hendrickson.
Trey
Because that's
Hendrickson?
our biggest need. Yeah, that's our biggest need.
Okay.
I think that Leonard Floyd, he wanted to come back home to Georgia. He wanted to come, you know what I'm saying? He's from a little small town over on the east coast of Georgia, man. And he was a Georgia Bulldog. I think he wanted to get back to the area. When players have made their money and they're getting close to retirement, similar to what Clowney did, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they'll take a chance to play for a team that really ain't no contender, that, you know what I'm saying, may not pay them the highest money, but they don't care because they're coming back home to where family at, man.
Yeah.
So I think Floyd was a stopgap to give us something that we didn't get last year in the pass rush game. But they've been in this Trey Hendrickson thing, and it's still a big question whether Cincinnati gonna be able to land them or not, man.
So I agree, because I've actually heard you make that point about Trey Hendrickson, and you talked to me behind the scenes and said, nephew, I know everybody says we haven't done anything with the defensive line, but I think we're holding out for Trey Hendrickson just in case if they don't re-sign them or whatever, and that's our last hope outside of the draft. So that's the reason why I'm saying with those 5 picks, I think CJ said last night when I was rewatching his live today, when I had spare time up, there's no way the Atlanta Falcons are going to trade with Carolina. So again, I mean,
Never.
I agree with him, because again, if you guys are trading anything, you're trading away your future, meaning your future draft picks, because what can you guys give or offer right now to anybody with 5 draft picks and still address needs in this upcoming draft?
You can't. It ain't there.
Hey, now can I say this? I got the Falcons pulled up on over the cap, and their cap space is in the negative by $14 million.
Yeah.
Somebody will have to get cut off for y'all to get
in the negative.
Y'all will have to cut somebody.
Well, all the players that had money are already gone. So what they're left to do, and this is the thing, I don't know, like, as long as the team is cap compliant at, I guess, 4 p.m. on the 12th, which was last week, or the 7th, whichever day it was that they had to be cap compliant on. This is something I've always wondered. Do you just have to be cap compliant at that time that you send your paperwork in to the league office, and then the next morning you can go back in the hole again? Because people just sign players, and sign players. Now, we're in the new league year. How long do they operate on that? Because, just a case in point. The Saints were $49 million or some crazy number.
We're going to talk about it. That was crazy how they
were over the cap all the way back in November and October of last year. So again, my question is, once you meet cap compliance on the deadline, and I know CJ, you spend a lot of time on this cap, and you don't have to answer it now, but just maybe when we have a back channel discussion or some other time, when you doing a live, if you remember my question, I want to know how quickly can a team get right back in the red and the league don't bother them?
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
It says right here, it says for the 2025 season, all teams must be in compliance with the salary cap by 4 p.m. on Wednesday, March the 12th, which is the start of the new year. Okay. Now it doesn't say anything else. I have to look into that a little bit more. But like the Saints, and the Saints were in cap hell too, and right now here they over the cap says they got $33 million.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
but you know who's killing y'all, Red? Kirk Cousins is killing y'all pockets.
Oh, no doubt. And this is why that negative money is there. Because that other 27.
I'll call him another word. I swear.
I'm trying hard.
I swear I thought you called.
I'm trying hard.
I'm
trying hard.
Mad if he called him back.
Let me say this. And I know the two of y'all being on here, I ain't gonna, if it make him blush, he just gonna have to blush. But I'm gonna shout him out. Nephew, man, Dougie been doing this damn thing, man. And y'all know me. Y'all know how outlandish and stuff I can get sometimes. I'm on my best behavior because I know, you know what I'm saying? I know the energy that he giving, and I know the lane he traveling now. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't have no hesitation in saying it to y'all because y'all are brothers. Quan always is just he's so eclectic. And you know what I'm saying? That brother there, I like that young brother there, man.
I appreciate you, man.
It remind me of another young Noop that I know, man. So I'm just saying,
big love.
Y'all boys doing y'all thing, and it ain't no hate, man. It ain't no envy, it ain't no love. Some people can't be happy for somebody else's success, man. But I'm a firm believer that what you put out and what you release into this world is what you get back. So when you wish somebody well and that you speak from a spirit and a place of love for their success, guess what you reaping for yourself? Success.
This will come back.
People don't understand that, man. So I'm just proud to see Dougie doing this thing, man. I'm glad to be on here with y'all brothers tonight. But CJ, you know how the blue claw can get. And just
hey, since you called yourself the blue claw, you set it up for me to lobby. So I need you to rank Carolina.
Yeah.
In Tampa Bay. And then you give us the letter grade for your Falcons. You can do it in any order, and then we'll all go around so we can go ahead and go to that dirty set of dirty Saints to run last and talk about that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
Hey, real quick, fellas, I'm gonna go grab my charger. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. It's probably a little tinge of hate that I don't just go ahead on and at least say an A for y'all. I'm gonna be honest, man. I've said this on other people's shows at other times. I was impressed at the work of your GM because when that deal didn't go through for Milton Williams, that's right. Man, I don't think it was 3 to 5 minutes later that y'all was announcing Wharton. So listen, what that shows you is that man had a pecking order already in place. He had calls that was already made between himself and agents, and he had been forthright with them to say, hey, this is what we're trying to do. If we don't go this route, we want to make a call back to you and offer you and make our offer to you. Is this offer good? That's the only way you can come out and announce that we're going in this direction while the news is still hot on that last one. And when he turned that thing on a dime like that, just for me, who've been watching football for a long time, I said that's impressive work right there, man. So,
hey, Red, can I add on to that too? The thing
of course you will. Of course you will.
No, the thing that got me was this ain't nothing against you, but the thing that got me was how Panthers Twitter was so upset and everybody was freaking out and it going crazy, and I'm just like, yo, so you're mad at a team that had a structure of what they wanted to do. And from my perspective, it looks like they sat there and they said, okay, this is what we're going to do first. If this doesn't work, then we got this set up. If that doesn't work, then we got this set up. Like, how can you get so angry at somebody having a plan? You know, you can't go out
Yeah.
there and hold a gun to this man's head and say, hey, you come sign with Carolina or else.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But when that didn't happen, they said, okay, bet. Let's go and wipe that off the whiteboard, and we got everything else that we're going to try to do. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that into that.
I could have given y'all an A. I'm going to be honest with you, Dougie. But what do I look like giving y'all an A when y'all giving y'all a B? I can't do that, man. So, let me say this. I'm gonna say, let me repeat myself. Y'all are winning free agency for the division. I give y'all a solid B. Okay, let me hedge my bet. Since we all dealing with B's, I give y'all a B plus. How about that? All right, that's something neither one of y'all did. So I say a B plus. I'll say
right,
Tampa Bay. I'm gonna have to give them a C plus, and this is my reasoning why. I think that they could have made bigger moves to go after. I think they got Josh Sweat, but I ain't even mad with them signing, bringing your boy back to the division that used to play for y'all. They signed up Hassan Reddick. I ain't even mad with that, but they have a greater need, if you ask me, at corner. And I think that remember what I came in saying. I really put emphasis on a team addressing their needs. You know, if you've been killing it, then you can go out there and do some luxurious stuff. You can take some luxury shots. They got a big need on the back end of their defense, man. And you know, I haven't seen them make any major moves, so I'm not gonna say, you brought back Chris Godwin. Well, actually, he selected them. He took a discount to stay with them. But still, they got him. I ain't gonna knock him for that. And then on the defensive side, Levante David. So, you know, maybe they're gonna try to get younger in the draft there again. They took the boy from Alabama last year, but I was watching to see if they made any major move for your boy who was a cornerback with the Jets. Reed, I think. One of them boys there, man. Took DJ Reed. I really thought they was gonna be all over him, man. So with them, I give them a C plus, borderline B minus, and for us, I just give us a C, man. I got to keep it 100. I haven't been impressed because I wanted to see them to restructure some of this money and to get in on some of these deals, man. But actually, if they don't land me a big fish on the edge, I'm gonna give them a D, man. I'm gonna give them a D.
So I'll give a C. And again, for me, is you guys' defense is just as horrendous as ours. And I don't think you guys really brought anybody in outside of Leonard Floyd. Again, like I said, Quan calls Clowney old man Clowney. I have to give that title not to Leonard Floyd because Clowney can still be productive. But for me, I'll give it a C. I don't have to talk much because, again, I already knew what I was doing with the subtitle of I don't think they did enough with only having 5 draft picks. Again, the smarter thing would have been able to do was trading away Kirk Cousins, getting that money some way to actually get a DJ Reed or bring in someone else. Again, now with CJ saying the amount of money that you guys have, I don't see how y'all can get Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson. I don't understand how.
Hendrickson.
So I would say a C. Like I said, I'll give it a straight C. Almost borderline a D plus, but I'm not gonna do that. So Quana, CJ, how y'all feeling?
I'm gonna agree and give it a C. But I will say this: between now and the start of the season, you got to account for that top 51 rule as well. About the top 51 players on the rosters, because you have a whole bunch. You get a 90-man roster, and if you counted every one of those 90 players against that daggone cap, a lot of teams would be over the cap. Yeah. So you can add that into it too. And as far as I'm sure there's some moves that they're going to absolutely have to make, to be able to clear up some cap space, because the thing is, you got to be able to sign your draft pick. Yeah. So there's that. But I give him a C. I know it's going to be more than come, but I give him a C as well.
Yeah, right, I'm agree. I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna go C for that exact reason, man. I'm gonna go C flat.
Yeah, I should give him an F just because Red is up here.
Yeah, that would be appropriate too. But nephew, I will tell you this: the only thing that, as far as cuts, honestly, we don't have any players that have contracts that can cover that gap. I think that probably what they have shown the league, so that the league don't just let a team run up a tab and make promises to the players that they can't honor for the Players Association. I know that would be illegal. So it's kind of like escrow. You have to show the league that you can cover your bets or the credit that you put on that credit card when you sign players. I think that they probably have shown them their potential with deals that they have on the books, like Jesse Bates. They hadn't touched his money since they signed him. He would be an obvious restructure or extension because the level that he's playing at and his age, it would make perfect sense to kick 2 more years onto his deal, spread his money out, give him some more signing bonus. So, I mean, when you got a guy like that, you got an AJ Terrell, you got a Chris Lindstrom, the #1 graded guard in the NFL, you can move some money around. And I'm quite sure that, if they had to go out and put their hands on whatever amount of money, they would. But they're probably not going to show their hand until they know that they can grab a player like him, man. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Well, y'all do got one player. If y'all cut him right now, y'all will be over the cap, and that's your tackle, Caleb McGarry.
Yeah.
But I know they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's some talk about it early because they didn't know if he could hold up, because now it switches that's Michael Penix as a lefty. That's his blind side now. But he was decent. He was decent in his pass blocking grade last year. I think that's why they decided to stick with him.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Interesting. Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the last team of this division.
Oh Lord, I can't stand.
Uncle Quan already seen this, so I know.
The Aints.
I know. I was about to say I know Uncle Red and CJ gonna laugh.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Who don't got no money? Who don't got no money? Again, I don't understand how they were able to get a safety that I wanted Carolina to get. Who don't got no money is outrageous what they were able to do. They were able to bring Dante Pettis back, Jawan Johnson, Cam Jordan, who needs to go ahead and retire, and Chase Young, and they gave Chase Young a 3-year lucrative extension. Then they brought in Jack Stowe. No, I'm laughing because Quan knows what I mean by that. That seems like he's laughing because I'm talking about
Chase
Cam
Young.
Jordan and Chase.
Yeah.
Then you got.
I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see that as their defensive ends. I'm happy to see that.
Hell yeah, man.
You got that.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I ain't gonna go through their names. And if we got a Saints fan, you got something to say, please say it in the chat.
Say what? What can you say with this?
Thank you.
Coach didn't want to be there, #1. Kellen Moore just wanted to. He should have not accepted the first.
I agree.
Then he wanted a different quarterback. People say, Doug, where did that? He came out and said, like the quarterback room in New Orleans Saints, that why it took him so long to take the job.
Yep.
I'm glad they said that David Carr is their quarterback. I understand that could be Jay, or it's supposedly.
Is that CJ to y'all? Is that Doug to y'all, or am I the only one that my reception?
No, it's going in and out.
For me too. Doug, you been skipping, man. I thought it was me too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't said nothing because I thought it was me.
I thought it was me. That's why I didn't say anything.
I had to speak up because he the host. I had to speak up. I said, well, shit, if he need to drop me off. But we need him to be straight,
I thought it was me. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna say
you see my Wi-Fi being trash. I was like, damn, I just gotta stick through.
It's me. I didn't
you
try
ain't the
to
only one.
behind the
You ain't the only one, Quan.
Yeah, man. That spectrum.
I'm telling you. Y'all stupid.
I would say this since I'm messing up. I would say this: the Saints ain't going nowhere. The Saints ain't going nowhere, and it's that I would say it is downright pathetic I will say this: they got high hopes when they went on that little run, and I told Quan this when I was in New Orleans. I said, "Lived. It's gonna be short-lived." I said, "We can't be that bad," and I said, the Saints can't be that God blessed good. I definitely said some other words. I was so hot. I was ready to look. I was about to burn Simon Gomorrah up, if you know my metaphor right there. I was going to put a flame to it. Man.
Yeah, the Saints' downfall need to be studied. Bro, they started out them first 2 games, putting up over 40 points. They was looking good, man. They was looking like a threat.
One.
Looking like a threat, man. I'm like, okay, man, Saints gonna have to be stopped this year. But man, Doug, like Doug said, it was short-lived, man. He called it. He said, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to this, like, I mean, yeah, we all salty, so of course we talking junk, but nah, Doug was on to something. He said it's gonna be short-lived, man. And I mean, even looking at their offseason so far, and I mean, yes, it is still early, but Saints got a lot of building to do, and this has been a thing for like a couple of years now. They got a lot of building to do. They old. Cam Jordan ain't scaring nobody no more, man. He, like Doug said, he need to go and retire. Chase Young can't stay healthy, man. I mean, I think because of that reason, with him not being able to stay healthy, he's washed. Like I'm just ready to call him a washed guy. So you got all these broken guys on your defense, broken guys on offense, or no names. Hell, Alvin Kamara, he getting old too, man. So he's not really that much of an impact player no more. So I don't know, man. Saints, they ain't going nowhere. Just like you said, they ain't going nowhere real fast, bro. They gonna take years to like really catch up with like a Panthers or Falcons. You know what I'm saying? That's a team that's getting younger.
On the rise. And they gotta find 2 guards. I ain't talking about just one. They gotta find 2 guards in this draft, man.
Man.
Because they didn't have money. And nephew, I'm with you on that. I want to know how in the world did they come from where they was and pull off Justin Reed. Now that's the one that ticked me off.
Yeah, because Justin Reed, I had Justin Reed penciled in as a Panther.
Yeah, and you have a right to be pissed off because by the rules of free agency, they didn't have the money to be in on no deals for him, man.
Facts.
They must have had a good bargain. Must have got that man some strippers or something, because they know.
I like that Mickey. They got that voodoo on him down there, Quan.
I told y'all Sodom and Gomorrah needed to be burned up.
I knew what you meant. You better stop there, boy. You better stop there.
Look, I'm trying to find them on here. I don't know if
they ain't going back to that city no time soon.
I did not know Justin Reed.
Okay.
You said you ain't know what?
I did not know Cam Jordan was 36. I did not know Cam Jordan was 36.
He needs to retire.
I thought I gave him younger. I thought he was like 32, 33. Yeah, go ahead.
I did not know he was 36. Yeah.
Go ahead, hang it up.
And I think the Honey Badger 33. If I ain't mistaken, 32 or 33.
He right behind him. He is right behind him.
It's time to go be with the fam. Like go
bro. You think it ain't, man?
Fox or something.
And DeMario Davis 35, I think.
Hey. Oh, whoa.
35. I mean, he's nice. I ain't
gonna hold you. He's still at a high level.
Pause.
Oh, you don't like him?
No, DeMario Davis is from my alma mater. There would be no DeMario
I got you. Ain't mad with you.
No, I got you. It's praise. It's praise. Like, he's nice. He is nice.
He is.
I've been waiting for the Saints.
And damn all that Doug, he's 36.
No, I'm waiting for the Saints to release him. So Carolina could have been grabbed him, and our year was to do it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
No,
2 years ago. That was the time to do it.
He was at an all-pro level 2 years ago.
Correct.
He was.
Yeah,
2 years ago. Yeah, right now, no. And that's the only reason I say that is because I like what the Panthers have done, and they brought in players that are younger. We're not going out and getting, and I like Jadeveon Clowney. But we're not pulling that stuff. We're going out and getting all these older players. Hoping they can be kind of a bridge for a season. And then the season turns out to be a wash. And then we turn around and repeat the next thing the next season. So,
yeah. Like we did last year with Justin Simmons and Judon. But I'm still glad that they only put him on a 1-year deal. The one that ticked me off was giving New England that 3rd round pick for Matthew Judon. Because now you get to see how when you gamble your future away, you handicap yourself. You handicap
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
You know
I
who
think
also
on the
mad about a
surface,
pick?
yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh,
CJ?
go ahead, Red. I'm sorry. No, I
No,
said,
no, go
I
ahead.
said, you know who also is mad about a pick? The Cowboys for
Oh
John
yeah.
Lithgow.
Yeah, they need it, don't they? They need that pick back, don't they, CJ? Yeah.
They do.
Hey,
What are
can
the
we get that
Cowboys
pick back?
doing, man?
This dude ain't working out over. Hey,
So
y'all fleece them on that one, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
big
give
time.
the Aints and Sodom Gomorrah a F.
Hey,
Good Lord,
I'm gonna give them.
Craig, you cold, boy. You cold.
You know what, Doug? I gotta agree,
Look,
bro.
I ain't gonna never
got
call New
no
Orleans there. The Sodom and Gomorrah Aints. Look, their
Oh.
new name is Sodom and Gomorrah Aints. They are not New Orleans Saints.
Well,
CJ,
Wow.
let's show a little mercy now. You ain't old as I am. I ain't trying to call you an older gentleman like that. But I'm
I
gonna
mean,
show
I'm about to
them.
be 43, so I'm not young.
Okay. But F, Craig.
I'm
Hey.
Quan.
gonna go D minus.
Thank
Because
you,
they got Reed.
Dougie. Can y'all give him some love, man? Show him a little love.
Nope.
Hold on.
D
Wait,
minus
y'all.
is the best love I'll
What
give him,
happened?
man.
What
That's
happened?
both biased and unbiased. Because
Hey,
I mean, they signed Justin Reed. That's cool, but like, that's
Yes,
it.
that's the only grace I'm
Mhm.
giving them. I still
Okay,
don't know how
I'll
they
give
pull
them a
that
D
one off.
minus.
Okay,
I'll give them a D
yeah,
minus.
yeah.
D minus.
I'm gonna give them a D plus because they actually have $33 million in cap. But I
Okay.
did want to say, y'all see T Thompson's comment? He
How?
says that blue
How?
Paul.
How? CJ,
Blue
how?
Paul.
Come on, T.
CJ, how do
Thompson,
they
show me
have
some
that much
love,
money,
baby.
though?
I don't know, Doug.
CJ,
I
how do they
don't
have
know
that
what
much
kind of
money?
incense they burning down
And
there.
they were behind the cap.
I don't know, Doug. I don't know. I
Hey,
don't know.
y'all,
But
that's
according to
crazy.
over the cap,
What up, Nikki T?
Yo, I appreciate being on the panel with the four horsemen. I like this. I like this
Okay.
vibe right here. I like this vibe right here. Added
Yo,
me,
like
we just turned into Temptations now. This is the classic five now. Here we go. Here we go.
You said
Yeah,
the
Nick,
Here we
it's an
go.
open panel to talk about the South tonight, man. Most of the time, we have guests. And shout out to One Carolina. He was supposed to be on. You guys keep him in your prayers. He had something come up today, so he wasn't able to make it. Nothing life-threatening or anything, but he wasn't able to make it. So I just told Quan we'll do an open panel tonight since we're talking about the South. But again, he will be back on the panel at a later date, but definitely just keep John, One Carolina, and everybody's prayers, man.
Yes, sir. Hey,
We
nigga,
got
good
you.
to
We
be up
got
here
you,
with
John.
you, man.
Nick,
Good to see you up in here.
Hey, Quan, I just want to say one thing, bro. Congratulations, bro. Blessings,
Big
bro.
love.
yeah, congrats,
Have you
Quan.
have you is this your first one, bro?
Yeah, first one.
Hey, bro. Blessings, bro. Hey, I'm gonna
Appreciate
tell you
it,
one.
man.
You gonna learn things about yourself you ain't know. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Big love.
for sure,
Big
bro.
love, man.
It's like it's a beautiful thing, bro. And blessings to you and your girl, and
Yeah.
that's a beautiful
Big
thing,
love.
bro.
Hey,
That's what's up.
ditto, Nick, and I'm just hearing it. So being out of pocket. So, but I'm always happy to talk about my kids, man.
Yeah,
My
man.
grandbaby. I'm finally a pawpaw. She runs over me. But so no,
Yeah.
man. And I will tell you this, just like Nick said, man. I don't know. I guess as a wannabe player or whatever else I was, and thinking that women just adored me, and even
Man was a
coming from
pimp.
Doug had to leave, man. Coming from a big family, I thought I knew what love was, man. But you haven't truly felt love, and this is not to offend nobody else, but I'm sure that y'all probably agree with me. You haven't really felt love until
You
you
become a
see the way
parent.
that your child, man, looks to you for
It's
everything.
crazy,
It's an
bro.
awesome responsibility, but it ain't nothing like it in the world, man.
Man, I
Part
can't
two.
wait,
Part two.
man.
No. Let
Hey,
me top that. Red. You haven't
Yes,
felt
sir.
love until you change the diaper and they pee on you and you don't get mad at them. Now that's love.
Oh my
That is
God.
love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is
Hey,
love.
Hats off to
Man.
you, CJ. You absolutely right. And them boys gonna get you every time. And don't sleep
Man.
on them girls now. Yeah.
Aim is impeccable, dog.
I'm telling
Impeccable.
you, boy.
Hey, but Dougie,
Nephew
What
done
up?
gave me a little bit of experience.
we need
man.
some
We'll be ready.
DBs, homie. We need some
Okay,
No, hold
defensive
on.
backs.
So I like what you did, Nick. Let me welcome Nakari, the guy behind. Let me go ahead and play it. Since Nakari is the man behind
Nah,
it.
you ain't gotta do it.
Welcome Nakari.
Doug cooking
What's
up.
up, though, man?
Doug cooking
Behind the
up.
house, man. Nakari, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you pulling up. Again, we did drop the link in the chat. This is an open panel since we are doing an NFC, I won't say a roundtable, but NFC recap of free agency. So if anybody wants to hit the link, we did drop the link again. But Nakari and Nick, I know Quan, CJ, Red, and myself have all talked about what we've seen so far. But can you two, either one of you guys go first? Just give us a grade on the breakdown between the Panthers and the Saints, and then we'll finish it out with going around the table and seeing what everybody thinks about the Saints. So either Nakari or Nick, go ahead and start it off about starting with the Panthers. So we went Panthers, Tampa, Atlanta, and then the Falcons.
Okay, you want perspective on all the teams?
Yes, I mean you can just give a grade. You can be short, whatever you want to say about free agency so far.
As far as free agency, I feel like, and I'm not saying this to be a homer, but I feel like the Panthers right now are the big winner in free agency. If there's a team who could, debate them, it's probably the Bucks since they brought back Godwin, they brought in Reddick. Saints haven't made no noise. Saints. Yeah, Saints added what? Valdez, Scantling. Who else did they sign? I think they signed. I can't really remember.
They got Justin Reed. They brought back Chase Young. They got Cam
Jordan. And they paid Chase Young stupid money. That was a terrible signing.
Hey, we love it.
That's a terrible signing.
We love it.
When you look at
Scantling, they actually lost Scantling in free agency.
Yeah. The Falcons, I mean, they kind of put themselves. They knew what they were they knew what was gonna happen to them with the whole Kirk Cousins thing, and then the tampering and the losing of the draft pick. So they already know. So, I mean, but they could still gear up. They got enough picks. I mean, if they could hit on the first two, and
that's
that's really it. But that's really all they. But if the Falcons hit on those first two picks, I'm looking at it in the right positions. I'm looking at it like, especially on the defensive side, they could be working with something. This is a good enough draft where you just got to hit.
Yeah.
But
Nick,
we
real quick. Nick, let me say
this real
quick.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Of course.
I was gonna say this. I was able to see talent today, and CJ was here at the Shrine when we went to the Shrine. But when I tell you guys a particular, and we're gonna get into it when we talk about the draft picks, but there's no way Dan Morgan can mess up in this draft. There's no way. That's all I'm gonna say.
I saw say that, Doug.
There's no way.
He should have a plan. He should have a plan. He should have a plan K or a plan L by now. He should have.
I agree.
There's so many. There's so many options, bro.
2 off seasons where we keep making definites. And
I'm just saying. March
Madness
is on the TV right now. When they say this player has made all his free throws this game, they have not missed a free throw since blah blah blah. What's the very next thing they do? They miss a free throw. That's why I say, Doug, don't say that.
Okay, so I will say this: there is a plethora of talent from 1 to 7. And if there's a particular player that CJ loves, a couple of players that he's seen in person. I can double up on a couple of players that I saw today, and I'm like, holy cow. Holy cow, there's no way. There's no way.
Like who?
Thank you for that.
Please.
You said like who?
Gordon.
Yeah, please.
So, Nick, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter. I went to the Big 12 Pro Day today. Ollie Gordon the second is a freaking Najee Harris. Yes. He's a Najee Harris type of player and build. Then Devin Neal. I'll just tell you guys. We got and then Red let me know what was going on. Appreciate you, Uncle. If you pull back up, definitely just let me know. We were able to talk to Devin Neal today out of Kansas. We were able to talk to Ollie Gordon II. We were able to talk to Tay Webster. He did say I'm able to call him that now out of Colorado. And one of my favorites, and CJ know I've had this as one of my favorites, even we were at the Shrine Bowl, is Jacob Parrish. Thank you. Jacob Parrish. So
I like the corner from Kansas State.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him.
Yes.
I like him.
So Nick, we were able to talk to those gentlemen today, and that's the reason why I understand what CJ's saying, but there is so much talent in the areas that the Carolina Panthers need that we can have favorites. Again, my favorite is Taj.
Bro.
And Taj had me laughing whenever I was there, and he kind of gave me an eye because I was talking to another running back, and I was like, you know what? I said, you still my guy, but I got to do this for the content. But I mean, it's the pleasure that I've been able to have this year, Nick.
I think I need to say pause. I feel like you got to say pause.
What did I say, bro? What did I say?
Jacob.
What did I say, CJ? Take your camera off.
All I'm gonna say is with three fifth rounders, Ducky, Jacob Parrish is in target distance. Yeah. You could draft him in one of those third. He's gonna be there in the 5th round, and he could be a nice little gem.
Okay,
little sleeper.
Hold on, Nick. We can do this. Let's go ahead and do the rankings, because then we can all disagree or agree. This is how I see the NFC South as of right now. If the game was played tomorrow, I see the NFC South going this way. Tampa will finish first, and this is pre-draft. Tampa will finish first, Carolina second, Atlanta third, and then who's going at the bottom of the basement will be the Aints. Does anybody?
They're gonna be there for a little bit. They're gonna be there for a little bit too. They're gonna be in the bottom of the basement.
Does everybody agree with this ranking, or somebody wants to change it?
I agree. I agree
with it.
I mean, damn.
Go ahead.
Man.
Now I'm cool with that. As of right now, I'm cool with that.
I like this. I do think. I don't know. Maybe it's just PTSD from the last couple of years.
After the draft, that's gonna change. You heard?
Yeah, facts. We'll see. But right now, I would say at that number 2, I would say us and the Falcons is going to be a close race at that 2 spot. At least as of right now.
Right now. You're saying right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about draft, because I know Nick loves talking draft. These are the draft picks. And again, I knew I had to go to the pro day and all this and that. If you look at it, Carolina has more picks, in the top 15 to get talent and grab talent before certain teams in the division, which I think is very strategic as well. Because again, a lot of people saying stuff about Tech, this and that. I just don't want certain defensive players going to Atlanta or going to New Orleans. That's the most important piece for me. I can care less if they get Tech, because again, I believe in our DBs, and I think we're going to get another key DB in this upcoming draft. But defensive pieces, that's where I'm afraid of. I don't need us to get or allow. Yeah.
Send Michael to the Falcons.
Bro. That DB room looking real thin. I know he signed JC, but Shaw Smith-Wade. You banking on right now. You banking on Shaw Smith-Wade to take a big leap if you want him to play nickel corner.
The secondary is thin as communion wafers right now.
And you don't got a safety. I'm not for Trayvon's definitely more a strong safety than free safety. Damani's a strong safety, and we need a free safety. We need.
Yeah, I agree.
We definitely need to. I would love to pick up Justin Simmons and draft like maybe an Andrew Makuba. I would love that situation. We need a free safety bad.
Well, it depends on the money. It depends on the money. We are. Hold on. I looked yesterday and we were at. Yeah, we're still at 17.6.
Hey, and
so
real
I don't
quick,
know what kind of a deal they can
shout out
put
the
together.
Rockstar gang in here. Shout out to Clay over there at the Rockstar Report, man.
Facts. Shout out Clay.
Stopping in the chat, Clay. Again, it is an open panel. If you want to hit the link, Clay, if you need it, just let me know, my guy. So I will say this. This is my needs. And again, if everybody wants to go around with their needs, we can do that. Automatically, we need an edge. If that's an outside linebacker or an edge rusher, we need an edge. Then we need a safety. Then, and this is after those two, I don't care what order. But then I think we need a tackle, a wide receiver, and a running back. And the reason why I say those last three, and also a linebacker. I think was it PFF has us just needing a defensive lineman, a linebacker, and DBs. I think people have to understand with Taylor Moton, and I've heard this a lot across the platform. We may have brought Brady Christensen back so he can be the replacement after Taylor Moton retires. I'm not opposed of that, but I still think we need to draft a particular player that actually plays right tackle. Then when you look at the running back position, we only have 2 running backs on the roster right now, and that's Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dow. Only reason why I don't count 3 is because Jonathan Brooks is not touching the field this year. So that's me personally, where I see where we need to we need to address.
I'll say this. I would love for us to get like a linebacker edge hybrid, and I think Abdul Carter would be the perfect person for that. I mean, you banking a lot on him falling to us, but something of that caliber, man, like a linebacker edge hybrid, somebody that can play, you know what I'm saying, at that second level, somebody that can come up, play the end. So
Jalen Walker.
Or Jahad Campbell.
Yeah.
What's going on, Clay?
What's going on, man?
Hey.
See you up there. You just snuck in here too.
I snuck him in there.
Doug ask and he shall receive.
Yes, sir. Another position though, I'm gonna say, man, we need a safety for obvious reasons. I would say we on offensive side, we need center depth, wide receiver, and then running back. That's where I'm at with it.
I think we definitely need a receiver. I think you got to go receiver within the first 2 rounds, in my opinion.
Not necessarily. I'd say 3.
I think he's going to be there.
I think the 6 wide receivers, there's a drop off after the 6. So the 6, the magic.
Not really. I think there's some sleepers in there.
Yeah, Jalen Royals in the 3rd could be a sleeper. I like Jalen Royals.
There's guys in the 5th. I've seen like Kyle Williams out of Washington State. I think is absolutely
tough.
He's
all right,
tough.
Nick,
definitely tough.
Nick and Clay, I know you guys pay attention to the top 30 and who we talked to. I have an update on that, and I would drop that on Twitter tomorrow too for you, Clay.
Nice.
Ollie Gordon talked to Carolina at the combine. He said he's talked to all 32 teams. Sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt.
That's what's up.
Jacob Parrish did talk to Carolina.
I saw that.
I like him, bro. I like him.
What I say Webster.
Wester.
Yeah, Wester said that he talked to all 32 at the combine, but he hasn't had any formal meetings quite yet. Devin Neal has talked to. I don't think Devin Neal talked to us, and I have that in the interview. But I do know Ollie talked to us. Ollie Gordon, Parrish. And Wester said that he did talk to us at the combine, but it was an informal meeting. So I will put that out there because I know a lot of people like who we talked to. Again, I told CJ this. I think I told him that Ollie Gordon is a unit. I'm being serious. I don't want him. That's just me personally because where he's going to be drafted at. But when I say in person, and this is not even a shoulder pass, people, that man has a body type just like Najee Harris. Just like
I've seen a lot of people say Braylon Allen too.
He's
body type.
I will say this. Pause. That's a huge freaking man. That's all I will say. And
what is he? 6'2", 220?
Man, Clay, I don't know. CJ, I'll give you this example.
I saw the tweet, man. I saw the tweet.
He looked bigger than that on the tweet.
When we saw Jordan Phillips, what did it mean? You said we looked at each other. That's the same impression.
So.
That's the same impression that I had when I saw Ollie. I said, this joke can't be him. I literally thought it was a joke. And then when you looked at statue, he was way bigger than all the other running backs when it came to drills.
I saw that. I think it was the clip you posted up.
Yes.
I mean, I was looking at him. I'm like, is that a linebacker or is that a running back?
Facts. Hey, facts, Clay. Facts.
Correct. So,
now he got a body like Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, T. Thompson's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
T. Thompson in timeout.
He need to turn his own camera off. But
I'm sorry, Doug. I'm sorry.
You got any mods in here? We need a mod.
T. Thompson, you're a Saints fan now.
I've had so much fun because this is the last event for 2025, but I've had so much fun talking to prospects, doing prospects. I think I have a better feel this year on what I would like the Panthers to do more than any other years. And then actually getting to talk to prospects, seeing them play, not on camera, actually, you're right in front of me, is something different that I want any content creator, any fan, anybody to experience. And CJ, I want to say it so bad, but I know why. I will be very upset if things don't go the way that I think they need to go in April. That's the way I would say. You don't want me to say the other.
I can deal with that. Yeah, I can deal with that. Yeah.
Because again, there's just no way. There's no way. Again, you can't dug it up. That's why I would say you can't dug it up. And what y'all know what I mean by that is you when I'll mess a name up, there's no way this man can dug it up. There's no way. There's no way.
Yo, you got to put that on the shirt, Doug.
Don't dug it up. Hey, facts.
Don't dug it up.
Look, hey, you already know I'll hit my fam up. But Clay, when I got you in here, how do you feel about the NFC South pre-draft? I'll say that pre-draft. The NFC South as a whole. How do you feel about the NFC South pre-draft?
I mean, Tampa did themselves a lot of favors. I thought that they actually in that free agency, I felt like they got what they needed, right? Like, and so and they didn't lose much. So they're still the team to beat at this point. Now, I agree with you. I think the Saints are going to be bottom tier. I think they overpaid for guys like, for example, Chase Young, Jawan Johnson. I mean, you overpaid those guys for no reason. I mean, and I talked to TJ over there at the NFC South table, and he was not happy with any of it. I mean, so it is what it is. The Falcons, I think it all depends for the Falcons on how good Penix is. Truly, I think it all depends on how Penix pans out. I mean, last game of the season he played well. I mean, I thought we saw some flashes for him at times, but like how truly is he going to develop over there, right? I mean, he did get to learn from Kirk Cousins when he was starting. I think Kirk was still kind of mentoring him, but what did he learn, right? So I think his development, it all depends on how they develop. I think Carolina mainly is rebuilding that defense, right? Like strategically, that's what it's been about this whole offseason. So I think from this standpoint, though, now I think that where you had your rankings, because I saw them, I think it's perfectly ranked, or it's right where it should be. I mean, things can change. I mean, who knows? Saints come out of nowhere. I mean, this is one of the. I think the NFC South really is one of the most unpredictable because there's so many things can happen and change in this. Like 1 minute you think it's this team, next minute, oh well, here comes Carolina on a 6-game streak. I mean, we saw that like how many years ago, whatever it was. So I think it can go either way. I think this is an open division. It just all depends on how these teams build it up and how well your coaching is. And that's what it comes down to. I think the Saints the last couple of years, I mean, you think about it, their coach, I mean, TJ said it, it's been a coaching issue and a GM issue their whole
The
time.
GM issue is very big in New Orleans, right along with another team that we can talk about.
Yeah,
we know the feeling.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Hey, I was just thinking that too. Just thinking that
they might be warped, but see, the problem is the Saints. Their GM is basically almost like a minority owner. That's a problem.
Yeah,
like he has like part ownership of the Saints. Like he has like I think it's like a 10% ownership or something.
Oh wow,
crazy.
Oh, baby Jerry Jones, huh?
Right.
So, fellas, does anybody else have anything before we do our upcoming schedule about the NFC South? Again, I'm elated. Again, we have a full panel, but Quan and I talk. Clay, I hit Clay up here and there. CJ, Nakari has always supported. Nick has supported in the past, and he's finally back with us. But 2025 is a good year, not only for me. I know, like I said, Quan broke the news to everybody about him, being a dad. But I really think when Dan was in the building and Dan said his exact words, we don't have to worry about our quarterback position. That gave me relief, knowing that that's a big, it's a big barrier off their back, but also fans, regardless if you don't like the young man or not. Put your feelings aside and then look at what did. I mean, the man literally said, we have our quarterback. We know what we need to attack. Now, this is where the problem that I will have. These players that you brought in, now they have to work out. And I think that's what everybody's waiting on. Because, again, we go back. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers did not help us with allowing Chris Godwin to go to the Patriots, and then we would have got Milton Williams. But at the same time, look at what we were able to do. Again, I think the Panthers got the safety that they wanted to get out of free agency. That was the number one safety that they wanted. Then again, I think Quan made the point of looking, or it was Red that made the point. Once we didn't get Milton Williams, you saw how quick we got Travion Wharton. It wasn't late. It wasn't the day after. It was literally within hours. So again, they had a bit board, and CJ even heard that from Mike K. They have a bit board of knowing what free agents they want to bring in. It's just a matter of, do these people want to come here? And that's the exact words from Mike K's mouth. And I think now with these draft picks that are coming in, I don't think we're going to stay stationary, because one thing CJ harkens down on, 8 between 57 is a big gap of talent that you're not addressing, or you're not getting a player. So it's
which is why we need to trade back.
And Nakari, I agree. I really think we did a mock draft publicly. We did a mock draft with members only. You can trade back and still get talent. I messed with Clay. Me and Clay literally had the same exact trade and almost the same exact players with one trade back, and we didn't even talk about it. And I said, that's crazy that we see the exact talent that we can possibly get. Now I will say everybody needs to focus on top 30 visits, who the Panthers are talking to, because again, what did Mike K tell us, CJ? 6 out of the 7 players we drafted, we talked to either at the Senior Bowl and at the Combine, and they were on the top 30 visit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all these mock drafts that we're doing now, you need to focus. I mean, if you're doing it just for a grade, cool and dandy, but you can almost draft the way the Panthers are going to draft if you pay close attention to it. So,
look, I hope so. I'm tired of being in the bottom 30%.
PFF grades ain't right.
I know. Hey, I had one draft the other day, early this week. I was in the top 18%, and I was floored because I was like, I've never been out of the bottom. So, hey,
damn, see, what you doing? I usually get top 8. But regarding the draft, after the first four players, it's a toss-up. Like a month ago, people had Mike Green going top 10. Now I've seen some people have Mike Green going in the second. So
correct,
exactly.
It's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of players moving up and down. So I do think that trade back is very important. I'm sorry, I'm getting the text.
Yeah.
Very important, and we need it so we could get another second because that second round talent it's too
there.
good to just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, even if you can't, the problem is the value trading. It depends where you trade back, like because there's like a point system when it comes to these values, right? So like you can exchange a second possibly, but you would have to drop like 10 spots, right? Like, or you can get if you want to get it, but if you're going to drop to like 11 or 12, you're not going to get a second round pick. You'll get maybe a third.
I'm looking at 17 at Cincy.
Yeah, so Cincy, you possibly could get a second. They just like the value. They base this on a value point system. So most of the time, I think it's like the 8th pick is like worth like 1,400 points. So like the 17 is probably like worth like 1,000 points or something like that. So when they see it like that, they value it out based off this point system.
Hey, now what do y'all think about this? What if we didn't trade back, but the Panthers say they offered like their second round pick and maybe one of our 5th round picks to jump up some spots in the second round, maybe get into maybe like the high 40s or something. I doubt they'll get in the 30s, but maybe they'll get somewhere in the high to mid 40s, because like I always say this, I don't think the Panthers are going to end up with 9 draft picks. We're going to trade away a couple of those draft picks at some point.
I would be more comfortable sending a future second.
CJ, it's not you. It's this comment
right here. I was done. I know.
No. Oh, I got to put because boy, the way he flashed out last year, but I really thought Quan was about to just lose everything last year. So,
hey, you know what? That's funny, man. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, you know what? I'm gonna have a fresh newborn and literally right at the start of the season. So like I'm gonna be like a whole different person come game time, man. Like all that rah-rah stuff I was doing before.
Just buy. Is it a boy or a girl? You don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Okay, buy him a baby helmet and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Get some headphones. Yeah, facts. Facts.
Nah,
I had a newborn last year. She's one.
Yep.
Now, so.
Congrats, man.
All about it, man. It's fun.
I got one in college and twins that are sophomores in high school. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
I'm too young for this conversation.
Jesus.
All right. Well, look, we'll do this. Let's go ahead and pull up the upcoming schedule again. We shout out Uncle Quan. I think we gave out 15 memberships tonight via Uncle Quan. Again, we are doing a members giveaway this Sunday. Again, if you're a member, you need to have your notifications on because if only 2 people show up, we'll split the pot between 2 people. So, again, if you want one of those memberships, go ahead and grab a membership before Sunday because I will know if you are a member or not before Sunday. Then next week, next Thursday, we will have Dump from Unnecessary Bluntness joining us to do like live mock draft 4.0 next week on What's Up, Doug. Then there is no show on the 3rd, as everybody already knows. Your boy is getting married, so I'll be going looking at venues that weekend. So there is no show April 3rd. We will be headed out to look at venues that weekend, so we'll be back.
Congrats,
I think that's
Dougie.
April the 10th. Appreciate it, Nick. So we'll be back the following Thursday. So we have one more show before we go on a short vacation, not a hide and seek, but definitely be tuned. I knew CJ would love that. So definitely stay tuned and be here next week when we have Dump for Unnecessary Bluntness. And I've already talked to Clay. We just got to get the date down. Clay will be joining us in April before the draft or maybe post-draft. So, like I said,
you better get with me before the draft, Doug, because I have all 22 film on all prospects now.
Nice.
Bet. Gotcha.
Hey, and real quick, man, Doug just kind of casually.
I'll definitely get what you mean.
Hey, my fault. I ain't mean to cut you off. Doug just kind of casually threw in there. He getting married, man. Hey, big congratulations to my guy Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Now look, I'm ready for that reception. I'm about to be.
Bro, who you telling?
I'm about to be turned. Doug gonna see a whole nother side. We're gonna be in there. I can't wait.
Don't let him
man.
play damn by the young bloods. It's gonna be a wrap. Me and the old knees gonna fall out.
Look, this is the only thing. This is the only thing I would say. Quan has seen a side of Doug that nobody ain't seen, but Quan just seen a tad bit. And Quan was like, "Oh yeah, Doug, I got to cook." I said, "No, you don't. No, don't say that. No, I'm a changed man." But look, trust me, that reception is gonna be epic. Like I say, epic.
I can't wait.
But no, like I said, like 2025 again, it's a great year. Quan and CJ definitely know. I think I might have told Clay. If I didn't, I apologize. But I know Clay knew that I was serious about getting engaged and everything. But it's been a joy. It's been a joy. And again, all the family news, like I said, with Quan being about to become a dad, it slipped my mind because I know Clay and I were talking, and he was getting prepared for his daughter's first year birthday, her turning 1. So again, 2025, I really think it's gonna be a great year.
And that's what's
not
up,
just
Clay.
for us personally,
man.
but also Panther fans. And again, I did hear Nick, I heard you say something. I think it was on PPP's live. I was doing something, but I agree. All Panther content creators have a different perspective. And we think differently, but you can support everybody. Again, you may not like it, but only thing you gotta do is just sit here, like or dislike. Again, we all have different perspectives. We literally have 4 different channels up on this platform. So support everybody. Again, I know it's gonna be wild. Again, I'm hoping for a great draft because you'll hear everybody from the smallest to the biggest content creator. There's enough love around Panther content creators and Panther world, Panther fans to show everybody up and definitely support everybody. So again, I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And Clay, Quan, and Nick, I think you got a channel too, if I'm not mistaken. So even Nick, everybody just go ahead and shout out and give your last words before we close out.
Hey,
Nick,
real quick, man, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in there. Hey, y'all can find me at the Panthers Experience, Uncle Quan. I have been taking a break. Obviously, we broke the news today, so you know why your boy had to get in that dad mode and get right, man. So we are going to be doing content once again. I've been promising y'all this for the last couple of months, this film breakdown that we're going to do. That's coming very soon, man. Again, I just had to wait to break the news before we got out of that. Anyway, I'm coming back with it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. We are going to be dropping videos. We are going to be going back live on our usual schedule, man. So make sure y'all subscribe. Appreciate all the love and support that you guys show on that channel, man.
Yes, sir.
You guys can find me on the Robstar Report. If you haven't yet, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. It's all Robstar92 #, TikTok as well. Do more of my NFL content over there on TikTok. But other than that, yeah, follow me over there. Appreciate you, Doug, as always. Definitely will have that all 22 film ready for you whenever you're ready.
Okay. You already know. You already know I'm gonna hit you up.
All right.
Huge.
Go ahead, CJ.
Nick, you got a channel, man.
Oh,
he got one. I'm surprised Nick ain't seen
Barely.
it. No, it ain't no barely.
Man,
it ain't no barely.
It's Tri-State Talk. It's Tri-State Talk Sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm trying. Once I can get up to 50 subscribers, your boys start getting live and all that.
Say,
you already know. Look,
you know
Nick.
what I mean?
Everybody on this platform had to do that. So again, what is it again? So you can tell us, so we all can subscribe, so we can get you there.
Tri-State Talk Sports.
There you
Say
go.
less. Okay, bet.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't get to 50 subscribers till like what, a year or two in. Like it took me a while to even get to 100, bro. So yeah, keep at it. Like keep at it. You got an advantage, bro. Like everybody know who you are. Take advantage of it, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No, no problem.
It's a grind, dude. It's an absolute grind.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, can you put it in the private chat for me so I can make sure I spell it right? And I'll put it in the main chat too.
Thomas.
Go ahead, CJ. Go ahead and shout your channel out.
I'm just going to say it for the first time. All hail the chair. Y'all can find me at Armchair GMCJ on all social media. All right.
It's a gaming chair.
He's at the game chair.
It's a chair that's got armrests on it, Mr. Leggett. Okay. Thank you.
Need a thinking chair.
Not the thinking chair. I'm weak.
What? Or you want me to go get a church pew or something?
I mean, you know, you saying all hell, you know, so you get a pew.
I'm weak.
You talking about communion wafers?
Now, Carter, now you know I'm about to put you a plug. If you need a song or you need a beat, that's the man you need to talk to, people.
Yeah, y'all don't call me, but you can find me on Panthers Twitter.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I felt that, man.
Y'all can find me on Panthers Twitter, calling the entirety of Panthers fans dumb asses. If somebody says Panthers fans are dumb, it is probably me, because I'm probably pissed that somebody is crying over a wide receiver that we do not care about. So, yeah, that's all.
Good. Keep it real.
They're gonna get talking to after this.
By who? No, I'm trying to follow Nick, but it's not pulling up.
Yeah, I just subscribed, Nick.
Also, channel coming soon.
Quan, send it to me because I couldn't find it. No. So other than that, again, I appreciate everybody pulling up. For those that follow me on Twitter, the ones that are on Twitter, we will be dropping those interviews over the next 2 days. I probably would drop. I know I need to drop that Jacob Parrish. Shout out to Ricky Raines. I definitely let Ricky know we got that one down. So we'll probably drop Jacob Parrish and Robert. Is his name Robert Ollie? I'm so tired, y'all. I probably gave the boy the wrong name. I'm Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon II. I apologize. So we'll drop Robert. I'm so tired. Look, y'all, I didn't tell Quan and CJ. I'm tired. I'm done. I have no more energy. But we'll drop 6 tomorrow and we'll drop 2 Saturday. But
you know Taj's name though.
As we always say here, and what's up, Dub? We appreciate all the love, support. We appreciate everybody showing up. And until next time, stay safe, stay blessed.
I ain't getting invited back.